Three-card Monte is a way that scammers have taken money from people for years. It's a very simple game. All you do is follow the queen. And it's so easy to do it. You just see it go down, you see two, and then you bet on one. Let's say you bet $2 on this card. The guy flips it over, and it's not the queen. You lost. That is how scammers all over the world, that's the very, very simplest terms in how three-card Monte is used. Now, this video is only to show you how to do it as a little demonstration to your friends or as a fun little game. Never do this as the actual thing. Do not scam people, please. And if you do, please don't tell them I told you to. Please don't. That's basically three-card Monte. This is 5 levels of three-card Monte. Let's go. This is level 1. We have 3 cards, 2 duplicates, and 1 card you follow. This is the card you follow. Keep your eye very close on this card, otherwise you might miss it. We will put the queen down, and I'll show you I have 1 duplicate and a 2nd duplicate. But over here is the card. That's level 1. This is the tutorial for level 1. For this trick, all you need is 2 identical cards. These can be jokers or whatever you want. And you want them to be, they all want to be the same colored back. Then you have 1 card you're supposed to follow, usually a completely different card, like a red ace or something with completely different ink on it. Now for this trick, when you start, you explain it's a 3-card Monte, and you want to start the trick by having your hands like this. You show all the cards, you get into this position, where you line up the cards with each other, leaving about half an inch of room. Then with your 3 fingers on the back, or 4 actually, and your thumb up here. Now all you're doing is pushing this card out while turning your hand and dropping it. That's basically it. So you're going to push with your thumb and pull back with your 4 fingers, trying to keep these in the same line so it's not and you put it down while turning your wrist. So you want to turn your wrist, and when it's about here, then you push. So if you start here and then turn, it'll be weird. So you want to, right when you get to about here, you push and put it down. So at full speed, it's we got 3 cards here, follow the queen, and you put it down. Now I want to do a little bit of this, so it's less obvious. Then you have the queen in this hand, and a 10 over here. You're going to flip it over and put the queen on top. Then you're going to do a really simple reveal where it's we have a 10. You're going to pull the top card out and show the 10 again. This gives the illusion that you showed 2 cards. In reality, you showed the bottom card twice. So you are putting this queen on the bottom, flipping, switching, flip, put it on top. You want to hold the deck like this, show, pull the card, and show. Then you ask him where the card is, and it's oh, it's here, but that's a 10, that's a 10, and the queen's over there. And that is level 1. Level 2 takes this one step further. After we finish the first part of the trick, I actually show you they're all 10 of clubs. Okay? But then, there's the queen of hearts. There's the queen of hearts. And there's the last queen of hearts. And just like that, we're back to the 3 cards. And that's level 2. The tutorial for level 2 picks off right after level 1. After you've finished doing the first part of the trick, showing the 10, the other 10, you flip over this card, and now they've seen 3 10s in a row. That's really weird. You flip it over, drop all the cards on top. Now you have a set of 10, queen, 10. You're going to put your hands like this with all 4 fingers close together and the thumb on top at the bottom right corner. You're going to show them the bottom card. Then you're going to pull with your thumb as you turn over. Drop it. Show the bottom card again. This will give the illusion that you showed 2 different cards. So it's like bottom, pull the top off, bottom. So after you do this, it's in your other hand. You kind of want to hold the same grip as before. Then you peel off the top, drop it, and then just show the last card. At full speed, it looks like this. 10, 10, 10. Which is really weird. You can even kind of flash the bottom just to show that it's a 10. Then after you've done that, you've just shown 3 10s, like twice. You then do a double lift, which is really easy if you have 3 cards. You kind of just hold the cards and pull the bottom card away and flip over. Now you have a queen here, which is really weird since you've just shown 3 10s. You flip over the queen and pull what they think is the queen to the bottom. This is a 10. You now flip over the singular queen, put it back, but instead of just putting it to the bottom, you grab the second card with it. So there's 2 cards going down. Put that to the bottom. They think that's 1 card. You now flip over the last card, which is just another double lift to show the last queen. Now you're basically back where you started. So at full speed, it's like, but I've actually got a queen, another queen, and a third queen. And then you can finish it off showing that we're back where we started. And that is level 2. Level 3 is a little different. We still have the same 3 cards, but this time they're bent in the middle. We'll take our money card and throw it down. Take 1 10, 1 2. Then we'll mix it up, and you want to follow the selected card. And you'd be surprised when it is in fact not here, but over here. And that is level 3. Level 3 is a little more advanced. For this one, you want to put all the cards together and bend them in the middle like this. Don't bend them like too much, because you want to get the bend out later, so you still have the normal cards. But you want to give them a little bend. That way, when you put them down, you can pick them up easier. Because if they're flat, you're going to be like doing this to get your hand under the cards, and that looks really weird. So you give your cards a nice little bend, and to explain that you have 2 cards that are the same and 1 card you follow. Flip them all over. Now when you pick up the card, you want to use your middle finger and your thumb like this, where the crease is, and then you pick up with the same 2 cards, leaving a little area in between. Then what you do is you take your pointer finger, put it on here, and lift up. Now you're holding the 2 cards with your thumb, and 1 card is held with your thumb, your middle finger, and 1, or no longer actually middle finger, my bad, it's your ring finger, and 1 of them is being held by your pointer finger. You don't want to do like a huge thing like this. You kind of want to you just show the card, and have a little area in between. When you do this, you don't want to have it like out-jawed like this. You kind of want to have them set up straight on each other. So there's no like, I can see there's a different card right there. So you pick them up, you show this. Then when you throw the card down, instead of just doing this, you're actually throwing the top card by pivoting and dropping it off the top. So you do like a big motion of dropping it like this almost. But you want to get some force behind it so it doesn't like roll off like that. You want to make it look like you're actually dropping it. So you want to like more so like that. So you have your 2 cards. You have a little pivot in between. Pivot it off a little bit. Drop it. Then they think you dropped the queen. The queen is over here. Now, in your other hand, you pick up this one, throw it down, then you line up the cards like this, and pick it up. Now, immediately you want to get into this formation, so you want to just have your pointer finger already on this card, and your middle finger ready to grab it. Now, you want to line them up perfectly, because what they think is, there's 2 10s here, and that's the queen. So if you show this and flash the queen, we don't want that. They'll see the queen. So you want to pick it up very straight like this. You say you have a 10. Get up here, you pivot, throw down the top card. Say you have another 10. You've just shown this 10 twice. That's a queen. So right now they think this is the queen, this is 2 10s. Then you mix up slowly and they point to the card they think is the queen, and they're wrong somehow, and the queen's over here. It's just wonky. And that is level 3. Level 4 integrates a selected card. The spectator picks a random card. In this case, the Queen of Clubs. Put it somewhere in the middle, right about there. And notice their card isn't at the top, nor is it at the bottom. Now, I take a couple cards out of the box. Oh, missed one. There we go. Now, in this card box, there's a 10 of clubs. There's another 10 of clubs. And there's a Queen of Hearts. Now, most people, when they see it, they try to follow the Queen of Hearts, because that's how the trick works. But when you move it to the bottom, you notice that's actually the 10 of clubs. They'll say it's still on top, but that's the 10 of clubs. And if they look in the middle, that's still a 10 of clubs. After a while, they'll be wanting to find a 10, because it's everywhere, so it's an easy win. So I say, okay, go ahead and guess. And they guess the bottom card, but that's a queen. They said there's gotta be one on top, but that's a queen. They said they definitely saw one in the middle, but that's a queen. Now, if that's a 10, and that's a queen, how did they trap your card? And that is level 4. For level 4, there's a little setup. In the box, you want to put 2 cards, a 10, and a queen. You want to put these 2 cards face down in the box. Now this trick is good if you don't have duplicate cards, because you don't need any. You explain to the spectator they're going to pick a card out, and it's going to be for a cool trick. They pick a card, and as they're looking at it, what you're going to do is get a little break here, put your thumb down, and push out 1 card around that way out. Then, you get a little pinky break, and you're set. You want to kind of make sure the audience doesn't see this. In the trick, I kind of held the deck like this, so it looked better. But basically, what you're doing is, they pick a card out, cut, push back, pinky break. Now, when they take the card, you put it down first, angle it a little bit, to push some cards out, to make it look like you're pushing cards in there. Then you bend it upwards, and put it into the second position. And then they show, we'll put it around right about there. They see the card sticking out, like, oh, that's my card. You push it in, show that you have no breaks. Then you say, your card isn't at the top. This is just to get rid of the top card, so that their card is now from the top. You put this in the middle, then say, nor is your card in the bottom. Now you have their card at the very top. What you do now is push over with your thumb, and get a pinky break. So all you're doing is push in with your thumb, letting all your fingers slide down, making sure only 1 card comes down, and then putting your pinky right in there, creating a little break. Then you go here, putting the deck on top, you open it up, Then you transfer to your other hand, grabbing this card, putting this away. You open it up and show we have 3 cards here. Sometimes the second card gets stuck, but that's fine. You then count off the 3 cards to get their selected card to the top. So now you have their card, a 10, and a queen. You then say, I'm going to do a little card trick with this. You do a double lift, show them a 10, place it down. Single lift, do another 10, and then show them the queen. You put this on top and tell them to follow the queen. You then do a double lift and pull it to the bottom. They think their card's at the bottom, you show them it's not. Now, to make this 10 appear on the top, you push the top card back, then with your pointer finger, apply pressure, and when you push forward this card, it stays back. So it's like boom, boom. So you pull a card back, push it forward, and then line these 2 cards up together. Then take your hand, pull these 2 cards as one, kind of give them a little bend so they can't see the crease as much. And then say noise at the top. You put it on the top now. Then you just spread and cleanly show the middle card as the other 10. Now, after this you say, after a while, some people try to find the 10s instead, since they're everywhere. So some people say it's on the bottom, so you flip it over and show a queen. You do the same move, pushing back, pushing forward until you get to the card, pull, and show it. They say it's not on the top, and it's not in the middle. After this, people will be like, you're using more than 3 cards. You count down the cards, and I'm only using 3 cards. Then you flip it over saying, if that's a 10, and that's a queen, how did they trap your card? Which is crazy, because you just showed 3 cards both times, and none of them were these, which is just crazy. And that is level 4. Level 5 has a blank card, a second blank card, and an ace of diamonds. We're going to mix up the cards a little bit. You'll see we have an ace and 2 blanks. We'll put the 3 cards down, mix them up a bit, and then show the ace isn't there, because it's over here. Now, we'll take a blank. We're left with 2 cards now, an ace and a blank. Mix it up, and now they're both blank, because the ace is back over here. Now actually, I've been using 4 cards. Just these 3, these are all blank. The real ace is over here. You may be wondering how the ace and the blank keep switching. Well, it's pretty simple. When I mix the cards up, I can put down an ace. I can tell people not to pick a blank card. And it's very simple. Because they're all aces. And the only blank is over here. And that's level 5. Level 5 is actually a trick that I bought online. This is a trick called Outlaw by Magic Makers. And Magic Makers is a really cool company that makes and sells specific magic tricks that are really cool and really fun. I'm not actually going to reveal how this trick is done, but it's really cool. You can buy it. Link in the description. It comes with this little wallet thingy and the 4 cards. You can use this wallet to put other draft cards in there or anything. Only hint I'm going to give. It's a really cool trick, and I hope you enjoy.